get into a pretty controversial subject: homosexuality. Now, obviously, everyone knows I'm a Christian. Well, you probably know that I'm a Christian. If you don't know, I am a Christian. And I believe that homosexuality is wrong, morally wrong. Obviously, my reasoning for that is mostly contrived in and around the Bible. I've said before that I have no problem in homosexuals being able to have civil unions, in which they would get the same rights as a married couple, but I don't believe that they should be able to get married. Marriage is a religious ceremony, and if we pass laws to say that they are allowed, then we're going to have to go into discrimination because people won't marry them. So people are going to be getting sued because of not marrying homosexuals. So civil unions, yeah. Marriage, no. Why do I believe homosexuality is wrong? Now, I've already said that, from the biblical standpoint, I think it's easy to understand that homosexuality is wrong. What about from an evolutionary standpoint? Now, I've argued this before with people on Stickam, and I don't know, it's kind of a subject that comes up constantly. People like to talk about homosexuality. So I'm going to put this argument on here and see what you guys think. Now, from an evolutionary standpoint, homosexuality is not a trait that would be passed on. So if you don't believe it's a choice, if you believe that it is a trait or something genetic, I want you to explain to me why evolution, natural selection, would pass this trait on. Now, if we look at it from a societal standpoint, a society of homosexuals would not be more likely than a society of heterosexuals to pass their genes on, to continue their lineage, because the obvious, homosexuals do not reproduce. Now, definitely in the past, we didn't have any of the medical technology that we have now. We can inseminate women or whatever, and fertilize, or however it's said. We could do that to women. Obviously, we can't do that to men. So homosexuality is still something that natural selection would not pass on. Like I said, if you have an entire society of homosexual men or homosexual people, lesbians and homosexuals both, that society would die off within one lifetime. That's obvious. I don't see how you can get around that point. And I don't think you can get around that point. It's obvious that it would happen. Now, with just one person, if you want to go down to just a single individual, it's still the same. Natural selection would not pass on a gene that is so detrimental to reproducing. Because homosexuality, obviously, is not about reproducing. Homosexuals cannot reproduce. They do not reproduce. Now you can talk about, men who are married to women but they're actually gay, all of this, and that's more of a cover-up than anything. And that's because of the society that we live in, and most people know this. They're not retarded. They know that it's looked down upon in the society that we live in, and that's the reason that people try to hide it, because of how much it is looked down upon. But I just want to ask you, why would natural selection pass this on? Why? I don't understand. Give me one good reason. I heard somebody say that it could be population control. Actually, I've heard a few people say that. I mean, if you truly believe that, then you have to believe that there is a driving force behind evolution. I mean, you can't say that natural selection or evolution or whatever passed homosexuality on as a population control without saying that there is a mind behind evolution. So I just wanted to ask that question: why would natural selection pass this trait on? So, yeah, just a question for everybody. And I am out. Peace.